So go then in the second, it's wrote on some capital guide, but just got with things to left from to just on T1 in preview.
He delivers a long heart force.
It's like the first, that's what, and there is a little bit good board keeping once past twice. I think well,
maybe I think
Tom over kitchen is the mid halfway. It was nice for Lancashire to try your main. Battle resumes and on to cover mid and things just need places back again. Room on sport and mid in this
movement at the moment for Jordan Thompson. There's a few deliveries, gun barrels straight. He did very nice late movement. He's over the spell this morning.
Yeah, destroy the button to get. And just leave from defense on to side. It's a better recover and there is certain run.
Here's a seamless dismissal and getting Cabana dump ball moving away towards 6 and then it came back in late. LBW wasn't too hostage for Mr. Scissor.
This is dry. I think he just go back to not reach throw. Certainly pushed the idea of going for 3.
Help digest his apple crumble, I think. He's out to the boundary with that as well. Patterson.
I had some kind of vegan
skip.
That's the end of the first over after lunch. 45. I had some kind of vegan wrap. The only thing that was left was yeah. It was.
I had ham and cheese in my. Didn't we bring a bag of?
Right, did you?
The one sitting on the back there.
Oh, I did. Oh dear. I've not anybody else. That's terrible.
You better have another look, see if you can find. I had some rice and ham and cheese. These days, no water, no food like that. You notice that? Please go bad. The pill has to special, delivery from Palace driven firmly. Cabals to go back point. Dom is you got an extra coming off. Midway deep.
It's only 9 wickets for cross if you want to.
9 game. There is no run games. Not playing today, but first to me, one not play. And somebody out there.
I don't know who else is playing.
Actually, the others another resting time. Also, you got what's midway by Croft.
But the exciting thing that some players with lots of concern get to done late on day 4. What you done with 3 wickets?
Bounced off to Croft. So not from the flat champion except this was for 2 games like that. It's not spectacular. Look at the we haven't seen it. So that came in. Banderton, Croft playing in front of his rib cage. No run to him there. So the score is 5-2. He scored the runs off the line. He's sort of it's a miserable time for cricket watching. Those a lot up in the area. Not to stand we call the Emerald Stone.
It comes to the racket again. It's left back, like hand in back open or up.
You can tell the DT law of cricket. You know the temporary baby that when the heart so his heart look a lot.
Stephen back
and the crowd all is not.
Bring on to nip it to come on. Old man or in the shade being cast from that event crosser up the James 40 to 27 and Lancashire to 52. I'm with dark clothes. I'm probably wear black logo and on your sword just a flick different or very similar by getting on Steve too.
Don't just a little bit a little bit move
for stone off late flat off to the for one trial. Shimsty 7 Croft to Stephenson perfect in the web seconds up breed it coded so
played to a bit thick raves away on a couple of runs. That might be take over 4 games 10. Also forward into the offside this time.
The wicket falling Beckenham.
Oh,
so we have another Division 1 wicket.
That is a rare season, isn't it? A whip back. It's bowlers that sort of turn up. My turn for a rotation. Croft driven in. Oh, driven that in the air, but he's driven it into the pitch and up. And Patterson does his own fielding.
So Rory Burns is still there, 30 not out. And Hashim Hamlet joining him, 106-1. They are division leaders, Eric. Oh, over you, Middlesex man.
Again. 61-2. Not that to be
we have their first 5 on top with.
And the middle set top of the second as well.
Oh, not that.
Oh, steady. Talking old second.
Watching me.
Harrison. Croft defence. Just like old skip. He's got his plans. He knows what he wants to do. Very consistent bowler. To me, you know, he's one of the great sort of county bowlers, isn't he, Steve Patterson? He turns up season after season, does his job, and play that every skip. And of course, he is skipper of the Yorkshire side. Every outside the stump, which is forced into the timing's proved difficult on this outfield, where Croft will take a pinch the strike. He moves on to 23 and scores 2.
Guys, isn't there, when Patterson coming in the other week, all booking on him with that wandering coming, isn't he?
Well, it is.
Proper goes on,
They're trying. They're knowing Patterson not going to be tearing into much like that, but role play.
To Stephen Croft onto his foot and flicks the onside with and 20 even beating Jennings. And in trim for after over 4 by Wells, be Patterson thinking blind. Yeah. Croft comes back and actually does stop back. Will jog back the 3. I reckon he probably slapped it out on that long bound soda. The green outfield restricted to 20 now, 65 for 2.
Slow outfield. Green. Was it you this morning saying it might have been in Howells upstairs saying Headingley greases, man.
They really laid the surface, didn't they, during the winter? As Thompson's in, and that's steered down third man for 4 more by Jennings. Just bends his knees, opens up, guy ball between the points and the clip. And he moves on 31. Lucky enough for 2.
No, sometimes Jennings is on that good down to third. And we didn't see that much this morning, did we? First session. Second boundary down there for the teams. The old times all over third man. You have to remember, because I think that's got these things.
It'll come back to
the regular man later on when the field's spread out. It's the sack.
Yeah, Blackwell point. Extra cut. Mid-off, mid-on, mid-wicket leg. Thompson to Jennings. It's onto the front foot. Here's that was the offside. Head rather than just point. Tells Croft there's not a run there. Raises Jennings and Croft turns on his heels and goes back in. Scoring mental 69 for 2.
Steve with the Patterson.
Just from the the help of no, and you've got point. I mean, in fact, no. There's no getting away from the fact they didn't want to have a run there.
Managed to watch Epic Winters.
Going anywhere to live? No. Tours abroad as Jennings defends. Thompson feels off his own bowling. End of the over. 69 for 2.
Having run into you in a couple of cricket grounds in Australia in the past, I don't know whether you got down there for that.
I didn't. No.
You're probably very grateful you didn't. Pretty shambolic, isn't it?
Like people, sat there still watching it until at least lunch, thinking, "What am I doing with myself?" Just go to rather than watching this.
You've got to get off and do a outfit for 2 o'clock. Are you still all right with that?
I think I need to probably disappear.
Well, do so. I will carry on, and no doubt Doidge you'll come in and assist. We'll catch you later. So from Lang steady, wanted to run to it's only that last over. Keaton Jennings since lunch. After a fairly slow morning, Batter did his job though.
Had to move about 3 feet to my right.
We'll probably just stretch the mic over the bowls. He's got a short leg in place now, Croft. That's pushed back down the pitch. No run to be had there. Slips. Root at first. Lot. Rook moved down. And from him his delivery is pushed past the short leg to Swear. More morning in there. In fact, the man up to third slip. So distinctive 80 ton baby shot. 1 run from that last over. 70-2. Starting to play for a bit at the moment. In control for the morning session. Oh, Patterson ran the wicket to the left hand, but played down to backward.
They were in control. Well, they were in control first half hour. So I think they were in control for about maybe a bit more than that. And then the last half hour, maybe quite.
Certainly not since Lancashire in Lancashire. The second delivery from Patterson. Bit of you and the wicket pitching just outside of and leaving the batsman. Let's go through to take down the all turn. Batted bowls. That's pit complete firmly. The blue skins. bit of blue sky, sun brightly out. Some clouds, not nice white field, not unusual. Through to the keeper. The overtide one from Mr. Frugal. I know it's 4-12.
Breaking news. England have appointed former New Zealand captain Brendan McCullum as men's test a 4-year deal. McCullum, 40, will be in place for England's first test against the champion New Zealand 11. Succeeded very good. Evan Thompson from the he's got an issue top. The top Adam Lyth at second slip. Anyway, and it's top, no third place. It cost Jordan Thompson 4 runs. I think it's 4 for 2.
A wide half volley, really, wasn't it? He threw his hands at it. No chance of catching that one.
So McCullum got the job and said, aiming to move the team forward into a more successful area alongside Newcastle Ben Stokes. More to come in after Jim delivery. That's why Votto. Croft shoulder. He's on. I'm significant challenge team for the present. I lead to help team stroke form, so we didn't on. Winless in only won 1 of their past 17 matches.
We've been having a bad tragedy, but that figures put it into stark.
Off again, Thompson off shouldering arms. Now talk about taking a punt. We've been talking about some racing at York. Brendan McCullum, retired in 2019, has never coached in first cricket.
Well,
New Zealand between
110. Especially he's approached to the game. Got a sort of practice.
Thompson bowling to Croft, who's pushing that out for Liverpool from Barrett.
In Gould, umpire Gould a few years ago. McCullum captain, really wonderful, he was saying.
It's an instant cut for. Bang on from Stephen Croft, which from Jordan Thompson. Not much as he got earlier in the over. He kicks the ground as he walks past up past Sagan. It's for 2. Croft on to 35. Remember, off the Tom Lowton, third slip by Hook. One call in the 7th. Thompson again. Why Boston going further away? Leaves Croft in lead. So 37.59 remaining in the day still. Open day of the first Roses match at 11 overs, 4 maidens, 2 for 29, and that gets encouraging pass on the shoulder. Harry Duke and Lancashire 2.
Again, put glasses on. You see where I was good. Feeling the shit up, I suppose. Keep yourself pattern the balls, and that's a shiving attack. So for the underflow here at Headingley. A few over 10 for this match. To a great magic quick, of course. Less, isn't it? Than it was back in the day. Big crowds. Delivers a little bit of coffee game on the offside. No run. That's about the crowd, is Alex, imagine if you come to
go back on there.
So, I don't think they'll do it. To James, and that's deep. No, 82 for 2. I imagine in the day these things were sort of 4-2 for a couple of weeks, weren't they? Mornings. Yeah.
Impact they're after it.
Indeed, the old top weather, I'm sure. Ourselves again, judgment there. I think that would have knocked a 5th stump out, that one. Close. Just showed the pad to it. Allowed it to go through to Duke. So Yorkshire persisting with the 3 slips. 7-2 field, got a short extra cover in as well. So we call that another catching position. Passing to Jennings, and he lets that one through, and again it's not too way the stumps.
It baffles me where there's a slight to the wind. Why anything that under the ground? Nothing wrong with its construction. It looks a magnificent stand from where it's thinking cold down there when there's a little bit of a nip in the wind because the sun reaches it, doesn't it?
Patterson, who strikes up firmly through the offside and the over. The rope over there in front of the east stand.
Maybe one of the additions at some point, when the membership returns to sort of 500,000, something like that, is they'll put some heat lamps on the underside of the roof structure there, and maybe even have seats, something like that. Be packed then, wouldn't it?
Yes.
You might even be able to keep that tank going out and to use the fake.
Well, now the cost of electricity going coming in and sitting down there still heating on.
Point, cover, mid-off, mid-on, mid-wicket, and long leg is the arrangement. In field for Jordan Thompson, who's coming now to bowl to his shoulder into a wide delivery that goes wider.
He's just too wide, isn't he, at the moment? Thompson hasn't been anywhere near as impressive in this second spell as he was this morning. His last adjustment, we Really has challenging. A little bit of movement in the air and off pitch. He's 2 wickets.
Thompson again, it's wide off stump. And off shot round. It was there. Wolfie Milne throws. Simply tweet. And David Ilmworth says, I won't be the first to comment, but today's streaming is appalling. Well, Yorkshire, I can confirm, are issues, and I think something to do on that. And the technical, I'd say, I also left, and there's looking, and I'm sure she's off. If it's spoiling your enjoyment, hopefully smooth BBC Sport online and on the app. Here's Thompson, short length crop, just turns his body up slightly. So this man will deal. Let's get to see. One thing, notes. Numerous. Shouldn't get us. And Mike Warren. Bowling to the offside by Crofton.
Who are you?
I think that it
Rumour.
will.
You're going to.
Same thing this time. And everything back
I
back.
haven't been able to move it on.
And that's playing him very back up in this fix from alone. It'd be little else was by
You'll be home today. Cold hands in pockets. West hand of nice look drive for he's just pushed back.
So Milan, Harry Rugner, there is that next thing to prove. We're going as many. That was actually against the. Well, that's a natural thought that he might have. But yeah, he's what he's doing well at a lot of.
Yeah, I want to change a wing too. That's push by only to cover. No run to be had there.
So we'll.
It'd be a bit harsh on having batted as well as he has done and scored as heavily as he has done to suddenly find himself pushed up to number 3. We'll see. Patterson to Croft, and that's just angling back into him, and he on its way to mid-wicket past Brook, who's in there at short leg.
We'll get Lev's thoughts on number 3, which might fancy putting a hand up herself and doing a player substitution here.
Well, she's doing at the end of this over, we'll find out. She should put the back there, she's doing a few stretches.
Could have Chris.
Then again, length, just something that helps it to lead between 87 and 2.
I'd also there by test match, especially not mentioned him yet, have we? But we were risking him.
Well, best behaviour today. Patterson bowls, and that's forced off the back foot this time. Pitch quite slow and can't really get in any gear to them.
Got to see him push after that. I think he's in common.
Oh, nothing about there. Probably cover some tips. And just up on his toes, plays that down to Brook at short leg. And the everything that's into me for a lot of people wish he was. I do. So that's the end of the how many overs now? Figure of overs, 40 overs bowled. Go on, just me.
Got him off in his 87 for 2, I think, with the Woods of Sin. Look at this thing. Got about an hour, I think. Tom Lawton back into the lane. None for Etting so far, so Joe Thompson against for Croft 35. 7 line with 7 for 2. Actual overs today have been 56 remain. Welcome back, lad.
Yeah, I would say I've been in the box, but it has swung in Lancashire's favour for the last couple of overs.
Right arm over of off stump. Crouches into the position, but then leaves it be. To Tom Lawton, just the 2 slips. The point, there's an extra man packed in on the offside. So there's a cover in a central position. That's Joe Hill's coming on the wicket end at a shorter extra cover. Lawton in again, short pulled, and that's going to be 4. We saw this from Tom Lawton. He was dead, but then dropped a few short. And when he lets the ball go and it goes through by and past the bat into Harry Duke's gloves, looks like there's a bit of zip about it. But when he drops it short, it doesn't look anything like as quick somehow, and it's picked off either.
Yeah, it's just sitting up, if anything, that short of a length sort of area, and it's just cannon fodder, really.
So 4 to Jennings, 44, and now then that's a berry from Tom Lawton. Round about 4th stump, and again gets to the crouch position. There's a little bit of a fish in it.
Yeah, he has the shot selection, but not out. Even if he got something on that, he'd probably just gone into the backward point region. A rare little dangle outside off stump from mission all morning. They've battled hard these 44 so far.
We've got DT with Nicol down. Here's Lawton. He tries a similar shot this time, does get bat on ball and puts it to Hill. It was no run.
Yeah, I was really concerned earlier when there was chat of nibbles and tickles.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure entirely what was going off, but left you guys to it.
As Jimmy Rainey would agree, the dangle outside.
Right off stump. Yeah.
90 for 2. Yeah. And the delivery, but Keaton Jennings was in control of that, just leant on it, opened the face. That's a lush in the end. It's 1-2 third man. The third man.
Yeah, very soft hands there, never in doubt, just playing that vacant area. 4 more to Jennings.
So Lupton going for a few boundaries either side of lunch, and this over as well. One to come in. He's 26 so far. Here he goes again. Pampagas short. Anthony assumes the position and drops it into the turf. No further than point. End of the over then. It goes for 27-1. Jennings autographed 35 and 95. Get in touch.
Yeah, just like we're gearing up bowling range here as Ralph's heading to the Howard end. Bit by method, right.
Shot, please.
Okay.
I should write down and on that dodge. We've got the lead. The other socket. So something that's going to be short. Quite a day.